Hi everyone! In this video, I just wanted to make a resource for you showing you exactly what your informative essay should look like and give you advice on how you can use the Comparing Authors' Perspectives worksheet you already filled out to help you create this paper. So in this paper, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be giving an informative take on the research you did to compare the different perspectives on the topic that you've chosen. So your synthesis question is something that you're working on posting on the discussion boards. The synthesis question for some of you may be the exact same question that you started out with from the Debatables topics list. It is the question that you're trying to answer with your research paper. So for some of you, it may be that question that you've already asked, that you've already looked into. For others of you, it may have changed or evolved. But basically what you're looking for, and this is going to be the title of your paper, is an arguable question about your topic that you're seeking to answer in your Unit 3 research paper. So in this sample paper, the question is corporal punishment necessary? And there's the APA title page. If you look at the introduction, we have the question again, and then we have an overview of the different opinions, the different approaches that the author of this paper found on the topic. And then I want to draw your attention to the thesis statement, which is answering the question. So if the question is corporal punishment necessary? The thesis statement in response says, many parents feel that the use of corporal punishment is a necessary way to discipline, but research shows many issues with the practice and offers parents different alternatives. And so that is the question. That's the question is it necessary? And the thesis statement is the answer. Now, the rest of the paper is divided up into questions. The sections the rest of the paper are under these question subheadings. These questions are the questions that are on the comparing author's perspective. So you can see right here, this person wanted to ask, how effective is corporal punishment? Are there negative outcomes to corporal punishment? What are the alternatives? And what this person has done is they've asked questions and then they've used the two texts that they found for research to answer these questions together. And that's why it's a synthesis, because you're pulling from both sources to answer these important questions about the topic. If you look, then there's the conclusion. And last but not least, the references page. In your case, you're only going to need 2 references because you're going to be referring back to the 2 articles you found over on your comparing author perspective worksheets. So on this worksheet. So here, there's the articles that you're going to be contrasting and comparing. Over here, where the questions are, these questions, this column, the questions that are listed there are going to be the subheadings of your paper. So for instance, if we look at the sample one, you can see their first question is, what is binge watching? And this person found their first source's explanation of what that term means and their second source's term of what that means. Now, just like you, this person also wrote a paragraph about it. The topic sentence, highlighted in yellow, just like the question is highlighted in yellow, is answering that question. Or rephrasing that question. Before discussing the impact of this form of viewing, it helps to understand the definition of binge watching. So the question was, what is binge watching? And the topic sentence is, well, I'm going to tell you what binge watching is. And then you can see that what happens next in blue is the incorporation of quotes, one from the first source, Cohen, one from the second source, Dodgson. And these are going to explain the different definitions. The sentence in green is the author of the paper giving an analysis. And then we have another second quote and another analysis. So you should have written a paragraph like this. And guess what? That paragraph is going to go right into your paper. So you've already got a paragraph written for this. If you look over here, it would be exactly like this. How effective is corporal punishment was the person's first question, and their paragraph is right here. So you've already got a start. If you wrote the paragraph for your first question, you can go ahead and put that in, and then then you'll keep working on the next questions and writing the paragraphs there to complete the assignment. It's going to end up being 4 to 6 pages long, not including the title page and the reference. And you're going to be pulling from those 2 sources that you found. So hopefully that makes it clear, and then also gives you a little bit of an idea of how you've completed some of this work already.